What's good, future millionaires? We back with another banger. I'm DecemberDeMarco, Fortune 500 marketer, here to share my insights to the market with y'all to hopefully help y'all become better informed investors. Salute to y'all for pulling up on the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, like button for the YouTube algorithm, and do not forget to subscribe, y'all. So we got a very special video here. A lot of people been asking me what is going on with vechain. But before we get into that, I want to read one message that, somebody who's really locked in my private investment community. Make sure y'all go join on Facebook, Private Stock Market Game. I'm about to open up the waiting room. We have over 2,000 people in the waiting room right now joining, and I'm about to let everybody in. So make sure y'all get in line ASAP. But one of these questions from one of my community members, Humble, he says, bro, what is going on with Volt? Need some insight, and I don't mean the chart. So, he wants to know what's going on with Volt. We're seeing, and a lot of other people have reached out to me as well and said, and asked other questions. But, one of the main things people are wondering, is vechain done? And we're going to get into this video, and I'm going to, share with you my opinion, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and never risk more than you're willing to lose on why vechain is not done. This is just my opinion, y'all. So first thing I want to say, shout out to the Volt Army. Shout out to everybody been rocking with the channel. Shout out to the Sheep Army. Shout out to, everybody who's been a part of the family. And also, I got to say, big shout out to Vatoshi and all the rest of the vechain content creators. So one thing I can say outside of, my shout outs, I know Vatoshi loves vechain. That's one thing we're going to say. Two, Vatoshi has never done anything that showed me that he doesn't have the best interest of vechain, at heart. So that's one thing right there. So we're going to, until we see otherwise, we're going to always give Vatoshi that benefit of the doubt.Vatoshi's been one of the most solid developers in the space, over the last, 18, 19 months or, however long it's been with vechain. So, we're not going to just jump to conclusions because we see the price falling down when it comes to Volt. Now, what this is reminding me of the early days of shibainu. Am I saying vechain is just a shibainu? No, I'm not. But the chart is reminding me of those times. When you usually see a project that, has a solid community around it, think about it. Vechain's price isn't falling back or falling for, reasons of, the project isn't coming up with utilities. It isn't because the community has lost faith. It isn't because, whatever, something malicious or, there's bad actors, inside of the development team. It's not for any of those reasons. Right now, the price is simply pulling back because of macroeconomic conditions. So when the overall market is pulling back like we see it doing right now, we have to just, kind of understand what's taking place, especially with a project like vechain. It's still fairly new. You got to realize vechain is still new. Yes, it's been around for over a year, but at the same time, think about projects like Doge. Think about projects like, BNB. Think about, all these different projects that took years to fully blossom into what we see them at today. So for those reasons, I don't think vechain is done yet. I think vechain is simply at a point in its path where, those that believe are able to continue to, dollar cost average into positions and add more to their bags, or just hold what they already have and just wait for that time to come. Because I think once the bull market returns, vechain is going to feel a lot of that sympathy. Think about it. Vechain has been launched in a bear market. It's been building the entire time. So once the masses really catch on to vechain, and right now to all of us, to anybody watching this video, vechain is probably a household name by now to you. But you got to remember, there's still a lot of people who don't know what vechain is. And when these people start to wake up to Volt, and they start to see the utilities that are already built, the community that's already here, all the different things that we have, that makes vechain a worthwhile investment, they're going to want to jump in this project, y'all, especially when they're comparing other projects and we hit a space or a point where there's so many BS projects and a person doesn't know what to go with. Once they uncover vechain, I'm telling you, they're going to want to, throw a little bit on it. Now, obviously, again, this is not financial advice. Do what's best for you. Do what's best for your family. Don't go risking the house, on any, investment. You always want to use proper risk management. But yeah, it can look scary at times like this when you see the price pulling all the way back, especially if you're a beginner investor. But if you're somebody who's in for the long term, you just get the opportunity to accumulate even more. Think about the prices people pay for, billions of tokens. Now think about the price you can pay for billions of tokens right now. So in a sense, you're getting a discount, you're getting a deal. And I know that's sometimes hard to wrap your head around. There's a psychological barrier that kind of keeps people from seeing low prices on solid utility projects as a good thing because the price is down. But that's just the way that you have to look at it, y'all. So we're going to take a look at what vechain has been doing on Twitter. And I will, admit, vechain has been, of course, Satoshi's posting every day. We see, the vechain community still, posting and, getting the word out. But there hasn't been lately any major developments that people can be too excited about. And that could be on one hand because Satoshi is always coming back to back with something new, some major new catalyst where a lot of people can kind of feel spoiled right now. Because if you lay out all the utilities that vechain has dropped in the last year, and then we look at some of these other projects that have been out the same amount of time, no project comes close to what vechain has built during this bear market. So keep that in mind, y'all. But let's take a look at what's been going on. Hopefully, something big comes. Usually when Satoshi gets quiet, he doesn't just disappear, but he's usually working on something when we don't hear him too much. So that's what I'm thinking is going on right now. I'm thinking we're going to get some type of major surprise coming with vechain. I know Satoshi is working hard in the background, connecting some dots, putting some puzzle pieces together. And I think people are going to be excited about it once we finally do see what that is. And even think about it. Let's just say you refresh your positions. Like, you keep everything you have, but you start a new bag at this level. Think about what that can do for you in your future if and when vechain decides to, cross that $1 billion market cap. So close to 200 projects have added the vechain widget to their website, and we can see it slowly but surely becoming a go-to for many new projects after their launch. Think about that utility right there, crazy utility becoming an exchange for all these new projects. You can buy and sell them right out the gate as soon as they're launched thanks to vechain. And not only can you buy them and sell them, you also are participating in a win-win situation for both projects when you do decide to transact over vechain, because you're burning some of both projects. So whatever project you're buying, you're burning some of that supply and you're burning some of the vechain supply. So win-win right there. But shout out to El Musa keeping it lit with the streams. Also shout out to Believes Crypto as well. And Satoshi, I'm just going back, right now we went back a few days just to catch those up to speed who might not be on Twitter. I have a lot of people who rock with me on YouTube that don't have Twitter accounts. So I want y'all to see what vechain has been up to. So be hungry, but aim for quality and voted food like this raccoon. So if y'all been following along, there's been a little, I don't want to call it a beef or, just a little controversy going on with a former, vechain holder. He was one of the, higher up holders, one of the top holders. He decided to sell vechain for whatever his personal reasons was, unsatisfied with the project is what, I'm getting from it, because of how long it's taking, for, things to kind of turn around, which, I'll leave my opinion out on that. But he ended up deciding to sell at a very low price. So, we've been seeing Pablo, if you've been keeping up with Pablo's streams, calling this individual a raccoon. So I think Satoshi right here throwing a shot, at that individual. And, we don't really got to sugarcoat, but I don't know if he wants his name to be said in it. So I won't say any names. But this person created a project called, I think it was vechain 3 or Volt 3.0. I think it was Volt 2.0, Volt 3.0. I'm not sure. I didn't get into that one. But he dropped the project. I'm not sure how the project is doing right now. But, it looked like it was okay in the beginning. But, I'm not sure. I didn't keep up with it. But they've been calling him, if you've been following Pablo's stream, a raccoon. So I'm not sure where the nickname came from. But, Satoshi throwing a shot in there. So Satoshi's aware of what's going on right now, y'all. So if you think Satoshi doesn't know that people are, starting to probably second guess vote or, kind of lose a little confidence, he knows. But, most likely, I think he's going to come with a major surprise for those who are, loyal holders. Don't quote me on that, but that's just what I'm thinking. So good morning. May your Sunday be voted. Whatever gets launched at this point will automatically leverage off the existing tools and voted army we have, two of the most valuable assets. Also vote the burns. Every day is a new opportunity to just vote it. We got the vote cards as well. You can buy, you can sell your crypto and actually use it as fiat with these vote cards right here. You can do the virtual card or you can get a physical card. And we also got the metal cards as well. And if you do the virtual card, you do not have to do a KYC. Think about that. That's a major utility right there. Also, shout out to Game Bangers. And then shout out to Hinak. And then Satoshi says a 50% price move today, maybe a 0.5% price move tomorrow. Crypto can vote in the blink of an eye. So Satoshi trying to let everybody know, don't give all your hopes up too soon. So also Huobi had a multi-round airdrop waiting for you. Will meme coins take over crypto? So shout out to Pablo being a guest on there. You see, we still are doing AMAs with large exchanges. So Volt hasn't just fallen out the picture, y'all. It's just, there's not a lot of excitement around buying Volt right now because people are interested in other projects. There's been a lot of other meme coins that have been popping on the scene. But, I recommend not jumping from project to project. Do I recommend diversifying and, checking out other projects? Of course. But what I'm saying by jumping from project to project is meaning, putting money in this project. Then just because you hear the next new project, you take your money out of here and throw it over there. Then you hear the next new project, you take that money that you threw over there and take it out and put it in the next project, and take that money and put it in the next project. That's not the way you generally want to do it. You want to find a few solid projects that are long-term holds. Well, this is just one of my strategies. And I have a hybrid strategy as well, a mixed strategy. But one thing you want to be able to do is, have some that you have confidence in, that you understand, and you're prepared to hold for the long term. So that way it makes this journey even easier without you having to worry about, do I need to jump to this project? But if you do decide to go into another project, you should do that with new capital and only with new funds that you're willing to risk losing. So with that out the way, shout out to Crypto Latina as well, holding it down for the Volt Army on the lady side. Then Votoshi says we have a bit of voltage in us. So, hinting, that something is coming, I think. Then also Votoshi says you can take your dream dragon to the Volti Island. Which one do you take? And then also said this could be our last post on Twitter, so make sure you vote it. I'm not sure what, so Votoshi, I think he was saying because it was becoming X. So, Elon Musk has rebranded Twitter into X if you haven't heard of that. So, don't worry, don't think Vote is not going to be around anymore. It definitely is still on Twitter. But OKX said, which undervalued altcoins are you looking at? And obviously you see the Volt Army voted this up. Super, super undervalued. When we talk about undervalued, we got to go to the chart. Let's go look at the chart real quick. We got Vote up here on the chart. We're on the day chart. Take a look right here at, so Vote right now, price-wise, sitting at 602487. Take a look at the RSI right now. Take a look at this, y'all. Extremely oversold right now. Sitting close to a 23. So this is, a ridiculous discount. This is a ridiculous signal, that the project is oversold, meaning that people are undervaluing this asset for what it should be worth. And when you usually buy in these ranges, once people start waking up and recognizing the value again and, start getting excited about it, usually this is a good entry and you could just ride it on up. So that's why right now is a good time to be looking at Vote if you do believe in the ecosystem and you do think Votoshi has more to deliver for us. So also let's see, we got Pablo featuring with some more, that's the Huobi exchange. And then we are here to vote everyone's day, y'all. So, you got to do your part and shield your bag as well. You got to keep, the crypto community aware of Vote, even when it sometimes can, seem like nothing too exciting is going on. You still want to keep, people aware of what Vote is doing. So PC Farmers Market, we drove to all our favorite hotels in the Upper Deer Valley today and gave them our new shopping bags and voting new flyers. See, so shout out to, PC Farmers Market, doing what they can, to make that Vote, collaboration really go as far as possible. And then here we got X for unlimited voltage. So here's that tweet I was talking about with Elon Musk rebranding Twitter as X. And then Votoshi says, do you have the Vote in you? So Votoshi, he hasn't stopped being active. It isn't like he just disappeared, went off to an island or something. He's still working. Right now just market conditions are working against us. So, it could be because, whatever it is that he wants to launch, it could not be the right time to launch it right now. Sometimes that's the case as well. But L Banks has joined for a special space featuring the Final Four campaign, which had Saitama, Vote Bitcoin, Obama, Bitcoin, Inu, whatever that one called, and then Bitcoin. So I'm not sure how that one turned out, but it's dope to see Vote amongst those, coins. Think about it. Bitcoin, Obama, Bitcoin, whatever this one is, and Ben Token are fairly new projects. They've been around for a while. And Saitama and Vote, came out around, a similar time. But, it's good to see, Vote representing for the meme coins in this Final Four. So, yes, it's tough times right now, but, do you have confidence in the product? That's the main question. You got to have confidence to be able to go through the good times, the bad times, the ups, the downs. If you don't have that confidence, then I can't say nothing, about it. If you want to sell, if you want to do whatever you want to do, if you want to buy, that's all on you. All I can do is try to present some information for you. So ATHs always get voted right after the masses quit. And usually, what we see when a lot of people give up on a project, they shake themselves off the tree, shaking the weak hands loose. Usually that project, not usually, but sometimes really good projects rebound and they, end up taking off from there. $1,000 in Shiba Inu at one point could have went all the way down to $1. Imagine how many people that shook off at that time. But those who stayed, it ended up paying off for them. So do y'all homework on Vote Inu not being finished yet. But shout out to Jazz as well and El Musa. Then we got Change Now's contest says share the 5 token denominations for this article. So electrify your investments, a closer look at Vote Inu. So people still taking, look at Vote Inu under the microscope. Hasn't gone anywhere. Toshi says good morning to everyone. Got Pablo and YL voting it up. Shout out to Space Chick as well with the Vote Inu lanyard telling everybody to burn vote. And then a few vote days ahead, what Toshi talked about this month, we'll at least get the full Volti Island beta release, NFT integration into the game. You'll want to have at least one by then. Deathmatch mode, Easter egg, which definitely means there will be things to win on the islands. But what, how, and when? So those are just a few of the things that were released this month. So it isn't like July has just been, completely dead. But the bull run starts when you forget what a bull run is, says Vatoshi. Hey, and y'all bet not forget, because when the market started to move, they move very quickly. But shout out to Optimal Hustle, April. Also, Vatoshi says, exciting news, Vote Army. We've supercharged our Telegram with AI. Thanks to PalMine. The AI is fully trained on all things Vote Inu, ready to answer your burning questions. Just type /prompt and fire away. So that's dope. A lot of people join the Telegrams to get more information. So now they can have this information readily available, by asking AI whatever questions they have about Vote, and it'll be, popped up right away. So just think of it like ChatGPT, or a chat bot. You ask a question, you could pre-program it with certain answers, or just fill it with a lot of Vote Inu information, and it'll be able to, put this information together for those requesting it. But let's see, what else we got here? But Toshi says, vote it all the way. So think about that. When Vote is in a top 3 position, sitting at a $50 billion market cap, that would be absolutely crazy if we seen that happen. But imagine all y'all that are, still holding on to those bags. We'll be happy if that does happen. So vote it all the way, y'all. But Crypto Tonight said, which one? Shiba Inu, Vote Inu. 1,088 votes, and you see the Vote Army, going that hard. This is a sign of strength in community right here. Obviously, the Shiba Army is very large as well, bigger than the Vote Army, but this is how strong the Vote Army is. The Vote Army will show up and show out. So again, shout out to El Musa. Shout out to Vote Me Free. Nice card. I like that one. And let's see. 24 hours left to vote for the project to win the finals. So we got Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, and Vote. It looks like final result, 64,000 votes. And Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10, Inu end up beating Vote. 52% to 47%. So, not by much. Not by much at all. But, I guess, I'm not sure how they won, but they, must have a very exciting community. We might have to, check them out. But also, Drink, Eat, Game says Carlos Vela. That's the cycle. So he's representing the Vote Army right there. And we got Liquid Dutch representing the Vote Army with his Voted cards. So you can see people are using the utilities that Vote has been developing these last few months. People are using it right now. People are actually using this utility. Not just, creating worthless utilities that nobody actually uses. These ones are all being used. So give it some time to, really blossom and, build itself out, and for the markets to turn around. And I think a lot of people will be surprised where Vote Inu is. Now, again, remember, this is not financial advice. I don't have a crystal ball here. I could be absolutely wrong. Markets could drop. Something could go wrong with the project. I don't know. But I'm just telling y'all at this point, I haven't lost any confidence in Vote Inu. Now, I do wish, I seen once we dropped to the 0% tax, it looks like things slowed down even more after then. I think that might have, encouraged some people to possibly start selling because they didn't have that 13% tax to worry about again. So, I'm a little indifferent about that. But aside from that, man, I think when things turn around, Vote Inu will be in the forefront of meme coins who developed during the bear market. So keep that in mind. That's all we got for this video. Vatoshi says, are your dragons ready to vote? Space Chick dropping another daily dose for us. El Musa dropping another one. Volted road to $1. See what else we got these last few posts. Ladies Night from April. Pablo VDSC live game. So y'all go check out his stream as well if you haven't seen the VDSC live battle royale. That's all we got for this video, man. That's what I think about Voinu right now. Let me know your thoughts on Voinu in the comment section. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, and we are out.